Here's the corrosion piece that he remade. Made this piece all new thick metal, solid metal, and he got it welded up, and we call that Raed smooth. Can we turn around? Turn around, just get it. And that holds the weather stripping channel that connects to this broke off piece. So once we replace this, you know, it's a piece that goes through here that clips in. Another one here, you see another clip there? Both of those will be added once we get the new weather strip, and this is all one door weather strip. And once we replace this, you know, we'll put the punch on that side to match this. But that's what this area is that's rotted off that. So he made this piece here, the corroded piece we just showed you, and now he's making the top lip that was rotted off as well.
It's all about details, Jesse. It's all about details.
Alabama Crystal Tide in the building, go Tide. You know, we're working on the Alabama 73. We really like how it's coming together. At this point, we're at a fitment process. If you remember some of the older videos like we did, we always stress fitment, you know, just to make sure everything is right on point so you don't have no surprises once you paint the car, and then now you gotta fix it once it's painted, which kind of creates a little you know, degree of difficulty that you kind of don't want to get into. It's best to, you know, measure twice and cut once, so they say. So, but if you remember the older videos, we did the Ken Dickett design door handle. Raed did a good job of body working it back. So now once we add the door handle in, you can just look how slick and clean that's gonna be. If you know, you follow the body lines, another thing that I like is, you know, what we want to see is once we put the car back together, the body lines and everything, the contours of the doors here, everything lines up great. And there's a couple things that affect the fitment and functionality of your door. So we're gonna order 2 sets of door hinges for all of the cars here. The door latch and striker, if you follow the older videos with the customization we did to incorporate the Ken Dickett design door handles, all of that is brand new. So a lot of times when you get the cars in and the door shut and it's solid, that's because the latch and the striker is new. Even with these billet hinges, if you guys remember from G car and TY car, even though these are bolt-on pieces, it still have a couple of areas where you need to trim because of the gas shop, the way that it connects. So we always fit those on, take it off. Even on this one, on this side, we noticed that it was a little corrosion rust work that needed to be done to it behind the mount plate to the hinge. So we got all of that together, and we just bringing in all the panels that we body work, we're gonna fit it on to make sure we got the gaps and symmetry that we're looking for. As we go on, we continue to find, this is why I tell customers it's hard to say a number because we don't know until we actually get into it. Once we start to dissect the car, it'll kind of show us, you know, how the rust truly affected the car. On TY car, inside of his cowl was rusted out. On this one, it's pretty good. We did the smooth firewall, which is a signature here. at VTSV Auto for aesthetic look. You know, once Raed body work all of that, it's gonna look amazing, just like the door jambs and everything that you've seen so far. So it's just steps in the process as we went along, and we, you know, start stripping. You know, I'm gonna show you this side done, but this is the steps that it, you know, the kind of painstaking hours that go into these cars, because it's areas that's on the car from the factory that had waves in it. You know, corner spots here, you know, here. So we like the body work those smooth, so when you open the door, everything is slick. You know, here, it wasn't any rust, but we wanted to feel those factory imperfections, so you can definitely have it better. And once again, we're stripping everything to make sure we don't, you know, leave any stones unturned. But stripping the windshield channel here, we found out it was rusted out all the way over. So we replaced all of the metal from halfway over all the way down here. This is new metal, old metal cut out. Rusted areas treated, protected, and then the new metal went back in. So it's looking good. Raed's almost finishing it up to prime this side. Once we get it primed, we can go ahead and put the door on and check the fender for fitment, make sure all the gaps and everything is how we like it, all the contours of the doors. And then once we do that, we did modify the fenders to fit the bigger wheel of the 26s. So we have to put the fender wheel. You notice that it's not a fender wheel on this side. We have to put the fender wheel in too, just to make sure everything fits perfect. We don't have any problems, and then we go on to the next phase. I remember one time speaking to a customer initially in the beginning of opening this shop. You know, they were so concerned about why do you put the car back together, you know, that many times. You know, you're charging me by the hour, blah, blah, blah. This is why. This is why, to make sure everything fits. We know, you know, going through stages prior to not doing this, the problems that you can run into. So we try to do this to kind of like I said, cross all our T's, dot all our I's. So once we do deliver a product back to the customer, you know, everything is perfect, you know, exactly what we expected. We're not trying to shim and cut and, you know, change the geometry and functionality of a latch, you know, just to make it work right. We want to be able to bolt it up how it was designed to bolt in and work and function exactly how it's supposed to. So if not, we want it to be just a little bit better. How you say it, Raed? Just a little bit better than factory. So we will actually be assembling the complete front end. We're going to put the hood on, both fenders, the fender extensions, everything, to make sure we got everything lined up, buttoned up exactly how we want it, and then we'll blow it apart and then finish the jam process. You seen what Raed was doing on that side. Now, if you see on this side, this is pretty much, Justin got other videos, you know, showing you the areas of what we're doing to, you know, make sure everything is straight. All of the details and contours of it is ready. So, you know, everything's coming along. And this is kind of the process of when we paint a car. We'll take the door back off. We'll paint the door jambs in here. We'll paint the door jambs on the actual door. And then we'll put everything back together. And then we'll paint the outside. So sometimes these cars go together 3, 4, 5 different times to make sure everything is perfect. So when we give the car back to the customer, it's something that's, you know, that we're definitely proud of here at VTSV Auto. So, but when you want it done right, when you're looking for, you know, when you're looking for everything to line up and shut smooth, we got you here at VTSV Auto. Now the little noise that you heard up front, as I said, those are the hinges, the door hinges up front that they do make. We're gonna order brand new. So that'll actually give us an even better fitment and functionality of the door once we get those. So no stones left unturned. VTSV Auto, let's go.